Okay, hi folks. I'm the Beekeeping Bushman. I haven't published the last video from this past weekend yet, but I went in this weekend to both harvest honey frames, which I ended up with 13 frames to be able to harvest, and to do a quick check on the brood box. And I was a little worried. When I went down into the brood boxes, I saw almost no brood, which tells me there might be a problem with my queen. So today, I'm doing just that. I'm going into the brood box. I'm going to go frame by frame. I'm going to look to see what I can see in the brood box. And if I need a queen, well, then I got to get a queen, because I can't go too long or everybody will die. I also have a replacement honey super to replace this one with, so it'll fit one of my wooden ones from when I harvested honey this past weekend. So my smoker going good, I think. And so in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these two honey supers off. Not even going to touch them. I'm going to be done. Take them off. Then I'm going to go right into the brood boxes, starting on the bottom, one by one. Left my tool over there. Got it. We had some Noah's Ark level rain yesterday, which I was a little worried because of the way that this sits on top here. But they seem to be okay. They came out real quick to check. They seem to be alright. There's no rain getting in. But it's still, not only does it look silly, it doesn't really seal right. And I have a wooden box that I can replace this with, so that's what I'm going to do. Take the frames out, put them in a wooden box, and be done. Still lots of workers. Tells me that the queen was around at least a couple of weeks ago. I'm hoping that maybe I just missed the brood frames when I was looking earlier, but I got to make sure, because it can't go too long without a queen. If I go too long without a queen, there won't be anybody left, and my hive will die off. On top of that, I did bring out a couple of extra brood frames, because when I was in the brood box, I noticed that a couple of them were completely honey. And if I'm going to be extracting honey anyways, I might as well extract honey from these extra brood frames so that she's got extra room to lay when and if she's either there or I replace her. So, honey supers off. I think I'm going to go to the bottom first. So let's move this a little bit out of the way here. There's room for me to put the other super down. The other brood box down. To the bottom first, then go to the top. Stay. Okay, let's take a look at this bottom brood box and see what we see. Well, that was silly. Just covered up my two extra frames that I was going to put in there. Put this next to this, so that if I want to replace frames, I got them right there. So we'll start right at the edge here. Take off this extra burr comb here. I'll clean that later on and put it into my comb bucket. Oh. I just squish you in there? Sorry. I really want to see, if I see eggs and larva. And I know I was wrong. I'd rather be wrong and not have to replace my queen. But I gotta check. I'll start right at the outside edge here. That is entirely a honey frame. Full bore honey. Well, not entirely. Not capped off everywhere. We'll put that down. And put it back in once I'm all done. And try and do this quickly. Okay, that is 80% honey on one side, mostly honey on the other. So, lots of honey, lots of drones. Lots of drones, that's what I'm worried about. If there's no queen, then one of the ladies usually takes over and starts laying eggs, but they aren't fertilized. So they're all drones. And if that's the case, then I need a new queen pretty quick. Tool. That is a frame that should be brood, but is basically dead empty. No eggs, no larva, no nothing. And that one back in. The other thing I'm looking for when I'm in here is maybe they made themselves a new queen. It's entirely possible they swarmed and I didn't know it because I was in Alaska or in New Hampshire. This is, again, supposed to be all brood. Nothing in there. No eggs. No larva. No nothing. Yeah, let's give them a little smoke because it's getting a little cranky here. No eggs. No larva. No nothing. No eggs. No larva. No nothing. think we need a queen here. This weekend I got stung right on the pinky. Boy, did that tickle a little bit. Swelled up like a beach ball for half a day, and then yep, no eggs, no larvae, no nothing. This entire bottom brood box is empty. Now you say, what might have happened? Well, it's possible that when I did an inspection, I rolled her by mistake, which means killed her. Possible that she swarmed out. Nobody noticed. I wasn't here to look every day. I don't think my wife and kids are out here every day, but they might be. No eggs, no larvae, couple of drone brood. No, nothing. Oh, you just got me. Don't try and fly up my sleeve. There's no room up there. That's gonna hurt for a couple of minutes. A little bit more smoke here. At least enough to keep my smoker going. No eggs, no larvae, no nothing. A couple of pieces of drone brood down here at the bottom. And that's about it. And last but not least, this one's probably going to be 90% honey. No eggs, no larvae, and actually bee bread. And drone comb. Drone brood. Okay, so I can almost guarantee you I'm going to find nothing in the top one too, but let's take a look. Put this one back in. Let's put it in this way. Bye. Have fun at aqua aerobics. Okay, brood box number 1, no brood. Frame number 1. Honey completely on one side, which I expect, and mostly honey on that side. Alright, we need some smoke in this top box too. Mostly honey. Not all capped, but there. Boy, are they cranky. You can hear them. Frame number 3. Bunch of stores, no brood. Frame number 4. No eggs. No larva. No brood. I need a queen. No eggs. No larva. No brood. No eggs. No larva. Queen cup. And nothing in it. Means that they probably didn't have any eggs to make a queen out of. Otherwise they would have tried. Or there's one that's been born and she's running around in there waiting to go out for her soiree to get impregnated. Drone brood. I don't want to see. Bunch of stores. No eggs, no larvae, no brood. I need a queen. Three more. Okay, full honey frame on one side, not quite on the other, but still, drone brood. Out of the way, ladies. Two more. These might be the two I'm replacing. Fully capped stores on one side. Somewhat capped on the other. I guess maybe it'll be the last one. Last one. Never going to be any brood on this last one, but let's see if it's all capped, and I should extract it. Capped. All right. Not happy about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this bag here. I'll open it before I started. I'll use my teeth when I have my veil on. Stick this one right in the middle. Okay, put this one back in. Really? Why does my smoker always go out at the wrong time? Okay, now we're going to put this one back on top. I'm going to put this one on top of that. Transfer those frames from there to here. This first. on the fingertip. Two more. Wow. Okay, so end result. I need a queen. I guess I gotta get one. I'm gonna try by this weekend. Got my hive back to all wood. No more of that plastic stuff. I'm gonna take this inner cover, put it right back on top here, with my ventilation shim still in place. Out of the way, ladies. Put my outer cover on, tie it back up. Get the heck out of here. Okay. It wasn't anywhere near as much fun as it normally is because they're mad because they got no queen. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to get them a queen. Until next time, I'm the beekeeping bushman.